guys, I want to talk about the iPhone 4 and not so much the issues surrounding the iPhone 4, but more the conferences Apple are setting up on this Friday coming, and also the headlines that have been circulating within the tech media. Now, one of the big headlines that has come about that has made me really kind of laugh is that people around the Microsoft community seem to think that this is Apple's Vista. The iPhone 4 is Apple's Vista. And in my own personal opinion, Apple would have had to have released this phone, right, as a completely empty shell. It being a plastic shell at that, a crappy, useless smartphone. The screen completely smashed, and the camera's not working, the dock charger not working, and not being able to make any calls, and obviously with not having an OS on it, completely useless, before anybody could have even turned around and said that it was Apple's Vista. Now, I'm not saying that there's, I know it's their opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, so that's fine, but that's just my opinion. Before I had this phone, before I got the phone, I was aware of all the issues that were surrounding the iPhone 4, yet though I still went ahead and got it. And before I got this phone, I couldn't really comment too much on the issues, because obviously I'd never used one. But since I've had this, I've experienced no problems whatsoever. Now, I don't know whether that's to do with the network I'm with, which is Vodafone, because I've never been with Vodafone before on any of the cell phones I've had, so therefore I can't really say, whether it is anything to do with the network, or whether it's to do with I've just been really, really lucky and got one of the phones that works perfectly well. Now, at the same time, I'm not saying that Apple have come out and admitted that they have these problems, and they are working round the clock to try and sort these problems out. In the case of it being compared to Vista and the catastrophe that caused for Microsoft, Vista, in my opinion, was that and Bill Gates leaving and Steve Ballmer taking over Microsoft. Vista and Gates leaving has been the two major contributing factors to Microsoft's demise, in my opinion. I don't think that anywhere, even if these problems surrounding the iPhone 4 were even worse than what they currently are, I don't think that this would be Apple's demise. Not by a long chalk. There's still too many things in Microsoft's basket for them to be able to pull out of a hat that would overcompensate for what's going on with this iPhone 4 at the minute. Now, like I say, I've experienced absolutely no problems whatsoever, and I'm not saying that that there isn't a problem. I'm just saying, me personally, I've never experienced any problems with it. So I really don't see all the big what the fuss is about, which is wrong from my part. But obviously, you've got to understand it from my perspective as well. I have friends that have got an iPhone 4 and they haven't experienced it either. So it's not like I can get hold of an iPhone 4 that's having these issues and experience it for myself. Having said that, Apple are now bringing out this, or calling a conference this Friday, I believe it is, in order to put to rest what they're doing. They're also bringing out a firmware update, if they haven't already done so. I think they have, actually. And people are mocking them for that, saying, the phone has only been out a month and already they're having to bring out a new update to fix the problem. And that kind of reinforces what I said in the previous video with regards to Apple and its competitors. At the end of the day, Apple are a business and they have competitors, and their competitors are going to be delighted at any mistake Apple makes so that they can capitalize on that mistake. I mean, obviously that's the nature of business. If one of your competitors is having a down day or something like that, there you try to overtake them on that, and obviously that's what's going on at the minute. So I can understand why these companies are making this issue seem more than what it really is, but I just think Apple are going to, like I say, people are already laughing about the fact that they're bringing out the firmware update. They're now coming out with this conference, and there's a lot of speculation as to why they're bringing out. Some people think that this is, it's not just a case of Apple coming out and saying what they think is wrong with the iPhone 4 and where they're heading, in what direction they're heading in order to fix this. They're already talking about a recall, bringing in the iPhone 4 for a recall, and they reckon that if Apple do that, it's going to be costing in the region of $1.5 billion. So that, if Apple do that, it's going to be costly for them. But in the long run, probably it might be the best thing to do for Apple if that's what they feel is the best solution to fixing it. That's all I really wanted to say about on the iPhone 4. Just a quick update, by the way, guys, on the form fill thing in the iTunes. I still haven't heard back from iTunes, but I heard back from the company, which I think is called Team Lava, who make the application themselves. They've apologised profusely for it, and they've said that if it was in their power to make the refund, they would do so. But obviously it's down to iTunes, so I'm still waiting to hear from iTunes about the refund. So that's a quick update. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching, for tuning in, and following me and stuff like that there. If you want to follow me on Twitter. Also go across to my other blog, which is kind of to do with non-tech, so if you're getting a little bit fed up listening to me rambling on about tech, you can go across there, and it's just about general things that are going on with me and the world, but not tech related. That's iharrison30.blogspot.com, and of course you can go across to techplanet30.com, and there's much more stuff across there related to tech. So thanks very much, guys, and see you all later. Bye.